No. No. All
It
right.
needed to be that asshole.
It's like, yeah. All right. So, where we left off last week, you guys managed to get to the Cobalt Den, where you managed to save one of the surviving members of whatever happened previously from Meadow's side, by the name of Yavanna, where you told Jit, your guide, that brought you through the forest to safely get her away from here and bring her towards the town of Meadowside, which is nearby. You, though, decided to move further into the hideout, den, whatever this building the kobolds were using, making your way through with relative ease. You made your way to the back room, where you found a strange snake-like person who seemed to be the person who was in charge, with a little bit of haste on actions. Wooba pushes him down a well. You guys chased afterwards, where you found and eliminated a good number of zombie kobolds, from what it seemed to be, and possibly the creator of whatever this experiment process was, which, from most of your information, you could tell it was some form of a beholder. You also discovered the source of their energy, which, from dissection, you did defer it was a green dragon, or a deceased green dragon. Collecting some remains for trophies and as evidence, you made your way up to the surface, unsuccessful finding the main culprit, but that is where we can start. So, you are now at the surface, round about the entrance to the cave. Jit is nowhere to be seen, as well as Yavanna. They must have left after you guys descended downwards. It's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, pushing into 3 about now. So the sky is pretty clear. There's a bit of cloud, a little dark in some places. Probably is pushing the rain. But yeah, what do you guys want to do?
Rest. That we need to rest very quickly.
Yeah.
I think we should travel while we still have daylight, but
Problem is,
if
a lot of us have spells, and that means that if we do encounter anything dangerous, it'll be harder to deal with. So,
Well, we know that the other entrance into that basement thing, we kind of, like, someone very cleverly collapsed that so that nothing can sneak up behind us. So we might as well just
Very
camp in the
clever.
cave entrance. Here's as good a place to camp as any, because things can only come into the cave. So
I agree.
Serafina, do you still have the ability to create your hut of sort?
I do.
Wouldn't it only takes you 10 minutes, correct?
11. But
11.
how long does it last?
8 hours.
And what time of day is it?
Well,
2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Of course.
How many times a day can you cast it?
Whenever I want, I can cast it as a ritual, which doesn't require me for use. I don't even know how to sell spell slots out of game, in game.
Energy consumption?
A magic affinity?
Magical affinity. Let's go with that. That sounds good.
I can cast it as a ritual, therefore it does not draw on my magical essence.
Yeah,
What
for
a-
energy.
Going with anime terms here, magical essence. My mana is too low.
In that case, you could rest you for a couple of hours, then travel for a few hours and make camp after that, and Mr. Serafina would still be able to cast the hut to protect us at the second camp.
Aye, that sounds like a plan.
So 2 hours resting and then get moving.
Sounds reasonable to me.
Don't need to waste daylight. Don't know what beasts are outside in the jungle at night. As people said to me, apparently that's a bad idea.
Yeah, we don't know what's out there.
Well, we could always burn the jungle down and find out.
I don't think the elves that live here would be happy with that decision.
Well, no, they'll be on fire.
Actually,
Quite,
talking about that, Aaron,
interesting idea.
you do notice, as you've all stepped outside, you can see there is someone standing underneath a tree, watching you, which looks relatively similar to someone you do remember watching you way back when.
Yeah, I wave at her. I think our friend is back.
A friend?
Our guide or watcher, whatever you
Watcher,
wanna call
yeah.
her. And I wouldn't say she's back. I doubt she ever left. It's just that we never noticed her skills.
Oh, you mean Jit? Right.
No,
No,
you as you're talking about this, she is walking up to you, and yes, all of you can now see her walking in as she's walking into the light. No, it is not Jit.
Is it a lady sword person?
It's the elf that was assigned to watch over you all. Some of you didn't catch her name, so that's fine. She seems.
I not here when this happened?
No, you were.
I wasn't.
Ulan was there, Jace wasn't.
Oh yeah, Jace wasn't. Yes, this is
Well,
back
I
when they were
wasn't
dealing
also.
with the bridge.
Okay.
The name, I think the name was said before.
Yeah.
I cast the spell, so I got not know the name also.
Yeah, if you have it written down, you have it written down.
I don't because I didn't have it.
I wasn't there.
No, the Lisa was there. Anyway,
Was there? But
you've completed your task. Leave.
So, what would be the closest direction out of the jungle from here then, if we would help us leave faster?
She closes her eyes for a second.
Did she speak that in common also? Also, otherwise,
Yeah, no, she said that in common. It was a little rough, which is why it was so simple. But yeah.
okay.
And after a brief couple of seconds, she looks back up again and then just points in a direction. That way.
We'll take some mental note. Pulan, can we take out the map and think where that would be?
I take out the map because I'm the one who has it.
We will accept
Yeah.
Serafina. Oh, excuse me for my ignorance.
While they're doing that, I say to the elf, are there any dangerous animals on the way? We'd prefer not to disturb any of the wildlife here if we can help it.
In Elven this time instead to you. There's always creatures and animals. It is part of this forest. This jungle. You always find them.
I'll probably not wish, are any of them dangerous and will try to attack us. Because if they attack us, we will try and defend ourselves. As I'm sure you would understand is the natural order of things, but we would rather avoid harming things here if we can help it.
Aggression is part of nature. You don't have to fight it. You can if you wish. And if you die, it is part of the forest's will. And if it dies, it is part of the forest's will. I just watch.
I point at the cave and say, does this cave hold any significance for your people? Because if not, I think it'd be wise if we try and seal it up before we leave.
She actually walks over to it. To the mouth, anyway. I am unsure. It is... of our design. Some of it. I am sure the Elder Mother would like to see it and make sure it is not of our people.
Bones, the lower levels have been desecrated by the forces of undeath.
That will be destroyed. Although death just brings new life. We will see.
But undeath is a version of the natural course of things. Is it not?
And you have fixed that, no?
Can you repeat that?
You fixed that, though.
We slew the zombies inside and what we believe was controlling them. But that does not mean the threat is completely ended. Other evil things will come back and re-raise them if we don't seal this cave away, or at least consecrate the ground somehow.
If they have been returned to the soil, we can make sure they stay in the soil.
That would be wise, thank you. And I bow to it.
Bowing is not necessary from you. Now, leave or rest. I don't care anymore. Your business is complete. She walks away into some shaded by the trees.
I'll watch her go and say, she has a real attitude problem.
And vanishes.
I turn around and say, I'm sure it's just a case that they aren't used to dealing with quote unquote civilized people. Their civilization is different to ours. It's just best to accept it and let things go. I don't think they meant to be rude. It's just their way.
Wilbur, checking the map. You're actually pretty close to what would be the outskirts of the jungle, and enters more into Greenland forests, which is only a little bit southeast of where you currently are. So you could probably make it out before the evening, which would definitely speed up the process of walking, because jungle is basically slow terrain for you guys, difficult terrain. Getting out into more of just a forest, a woodlands, it's a lot easier to move around. And it seemed to be that was the direction she was pointing at.
Well, really, I think the decision rests with Serafina and Aaron. If you two need to rest before we make any progress, then we rest, but...
Rest sounds nice.
Does anyone need to be healed, believe, as well? Is everyone okay?
I'm fine.
A few of you kind of beaten up. Wilbur's pretty beaten up. Seren is also pretty wounded. Aaron, I think you're wounded, or did you heal yourself? I can't remember.
I'm fine. I'm at full health apparently.
Yeah, because the tokens from the last map did not carry the health this map.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, hang
You
on.
can check your sheet.
No, on my sheet I'm at full because you did that mass cure wounds thingy, and I didn't take any hits after that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm 29, so yeah, everything is fine. Why everything is reset also? Because I need to reset some of my fucking attack. It's because they did the update.
Ah,
Because we're on 5.04 now. I just saw it now.
that would be why then. Ah.
Well, if we rest 2 hours, we should be out by nightfall. If we have no slowdowns, that is, and we know how that usually is for us. But we will definitely be faster if we're in open plains than in the jungle in general. And I don't know about you guys, but it's getting really warm in this jungle, and we've been already here way too long. Do I want to go back to the shipwreck? We can do that another time when we don't need to hurry to other stuff, and I do have a delivery to pick up, so...
Yeah, it's really humid, considering it's in the afternoon now. So the jungle is pushing like 30 degrees.
As Wilbur
I turned to Wilbur and
take
say,
some sweat on Chris Brown.
I turned to Wilbur and say, I think could that have something to do with all that leather you're wearing while you feel hot?
If you can't see, I'm nearly sleeveless, but yes. I do think that my life is more precious than being warm, but yes. I should take some off, but for now, let's just...
Ulan uses his elemental achievement to blow a gentle gust of wind in Wilbur's direction.
I like also like that Ithamor was the one that said that, the one wearing heavy armor.
Yeah, exactly.
Just
the one wearing a plate mail?
Yeah. Train.
And a face mask?
Yeah. I can say, Master Wilbur, that was a jest, not a criticism of your fashion choices.
Alright then, so you guys are taking a rest for a short rest?
Yeah. Did you say Saren was wounded?
She was partially, I think.
Would it be something she would use a hit dice to get back, or does she need healing?
I think she used her hit dice during the last rest we had.
Yeah, we had a short rest after the fight.
Yes, you did. So that'd be fine then. So yeah, so you're not really tired as such. You're just exhausted.
We had a short rest.
Yeah, when people were doing some carving of bodies. Yes, you did.
We did. Yeah, so we have already short rested, so we don't need to rest now.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless we're gonna do a long rest to recover spellcasters.
I could do a short rest and recover some of my spell slots, but I haven't had the short rest.
Oh, because you were doing things.
Yeah.
And Wilbur didn't also have a short rest because he was doing a lot of stuff.
Yeah, those two are the ones that didn't.
Yeah, I still have some spell slots left, so it's not because we need to take a rest.
Well, okay then. Let's do a short rest now. Like, wait for an hour. Ulan will try and make some food.
Yeah,
Wilbur does markings.
Cure wounds on Saren. Oh.
Oh wow!
At least it's not a 0. Wait, can't you normally roll 0s with you because you have minus in wisdom, right?
Yeah.
but you don't get a minus on your actual heals.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, Serafina, you gain back 1 hit point, and you're in the jungle. Roll a d100.
I criticize his healing with my eyes.
Just like judgmental eye roll.
That's not how we do it.
God.
Oh crap. We're back out in the consequence zone.
Oh, right. Also, being blue is not so fun as we think it is.
Yeah. So yeah, as you guys are in the open green area, that again coming out of the woods, a unicorn appears again. Slightly different.
Does Wilbur see this?
Yeah. You see the unicorn again come out of the forest and near you guys.
I need to excuse us. Is it the same unicorn?
You're not sure.
I looked and say, does anyone else get the feeling that this creature is stalking us?
As he says in Celestial, excuse me, we have been followed by a couple of unicorns lately. Are you the same unicorn? Because they are getting a bit suspicious.
I do not know what you speak of. I've been traveling through this forest for many hours. Years. Time is strange here. And just walks and disappears behind another tree. Almost like a ninja, like walks past a tree and then just vanishes behind it. Yeah.
It's like we can
Well,
see
it's
it-
not the same one, at least what he said.
Sort of thing is we can see it walk into the tree and the head doesn't come out on the other side.
Yeah, a super small tree, like
Yeah.
comical.
And while we take the short rest, I will take out the magic stone I have.
You have many magic stones. Which one?
The one from inside the kobold.
Oh, the funky green and red one. Yes.
This stone has the spell poison spray in it,
Yeah, essence.
Ah, yes.
and I thought that somebody might want to use it. Oh.
Wait, is this the cool thing from Inside the Dragon?
No. Inside Kobold that Wilbur decided to dissect in the cave
Oh, there was
before
one
we
of
went
the
down.
The big meaty thing, is it?
Okay.
No, the one leader up above before we went down the war pipe. Right? There was one that I dissected in front of everyone in like
the magic core.
Yeah.
Okay.
That got poison spray as a spell in it.
Will she say this?
Yes, I am saying this. God damn it!
Well, Wilbur is safeguarded against poison.
You want to use it on me? Well, anyway, now you see why I is a fur to cut things open. See, good things happen. And also, it's good for the youth to know what lies beneath all this murky and shadowy
I smack him up the
world.
back of the head with my tail.
What was that for?
Stop talking.
Yeah. But the range is not very long on poison spray, so I thought that maybe one of the melee fighters wanted it.
Perhaps God damn it. Perhaps Wilbur, since he's got that magical ring that stops him getting poisoned.
Well, if it does have a side effect to hit me, I am the one should probably have it.
It only targets one creature.
Well, if
Well,
you say
I
I will.
already have my magical scabbard of poison, so.
How big is the, thing? I said it was like
it's small. It's like
Yeah, it's a
palm
small one.
sized.
It might be wise if Master Wilbur has it in case whatever we're fighting finds a way to make it backfire on the user. So he will be protected from it against it.
I reach the magic stone, magicite, whatever, towards Wilbur.
He takes it. I guess I do now be able to do some stuff when my magical essence isn't in line as yours always are, it seems. He will put it in one of his pouches. Close the hand. Because his bandolier is all full of things.
Okay, so you can write down one magic core.
And I just wrote down the information.
Mm-hmm.
Oh! And while we take the rest, I take on the rope of resistance. So I can attune to it.
You go walk behind a tree, get changed.
I
When he
presume you
comes
pick
back-
a wider tree than the one the unicorn went behind.
Actually, it's pretty easy for Seraphina. She just has to go behind some underbrush. It's not too hard. Most of the grass is almost the same height of her, so.
When we do this soap opera side swipe, as you all stand in the same place. So, Seraphina, I know you're troubled about the dreams you do have when you get contacted, wherever you want to call it. I've been thinking back about it. When I was young, I did have a lot of nightmares. One of my teachers did see if something was wrong with me during the time my nightmares did happen. To see it, understand them. It may take me a while, but I think I can recreate that ritual if at that point the problem is still big, that I may be able to at least see what you're seeing, or be able to take a closer look because I'm awake at the moment. It just idea I haven't tested it out myself, though it had been done on myself before, but it will take some time to learn up the ritual that is needed if it's still troubling you.
I am up for trying it. If we haven't solved the problem by the time you might learn this ritual.
Gonna take some time to look back in my old school books and piece things together, but yes, I will at some point come to it.
Why not?
As he said to me, this may take some time to settle in. It will be unnerving when I try to help you out, and you need to allow me to get all the way into your dreams. It will feel like someone is encroaching on you, but you need to allow me to get in, okay? So take some time to figure this out. That's why I say it now, before I know it, because it did take me some times before I was able to have the courage to let someone deep inside of you.
I will keep this in mind.
Okay, and Wilbur will walk off.
Okay, so you guys are going to actually walk instead of resting. Okay.
No.
What? No.
Oh, that's
He
what I
walked
wanted.
off after talking with Serafina.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I thought you guys were like in a group. Anyway, all right. And so, what is the plan? You guys are outside. You're not resting, from what I can tell, and you're gonna try and get out of the forest.
No, I think we're taking a short rest because
you are taking-
Seraphina's
yes.
attuning to
Yes.
things.
Okay, that's fair enough. So short rest.
While she's short resting, I would like to take Aaron aside. And I would like to very quickly check a thing with the DM. Like, if you deal bludgeoning damage to something, you can choose to make it unconscious and not kill it, right?
You can do that with anything, pretty much.
Okay.
That's not the long rest I want.
Don't worry, I deliberately worded that in the most menacing way possible. So I lead Aaron away from the group a little bit. Are you doing all right there, Aaron?
Yes. Why?
Well, I mean, I've been noticing lately that the prospect of harming things does not sit well with you.
Pretty much so. Yes.
Like you carry that spear of yours, but you're very reluctant to use it.
I did use it. Didn't you see? No, you didn't see me. Oh. I stopped the undead thing.
Yeah, I saw. I think I did see that actually. But, well, I've been thinking, and I reach back for my old quarterstaff, and hand it to Aaron. You may perhaps find it easier to not kill things with this, and if you would like, I would be happy to train you in how to use it.
Does the spear look? Does the quarterstaff look any good?
It's
Or is this
strange.
like-
It's not a clean cut quarterstaff. It's kind of gnarled, like it's actually been made from a full-on like a branch. So it's kind of it's a little like wavy in its actual aspect, but it looks solid. Looks strong. There's a couple of marks in it where it's been used, but it looks reliable.
I think he's asking, does it look pretty?
Yeah.
Pretty. Your version of pretty compared to Ulan's is there's some differences. This is very natural beauty. Your beauty, it's not gold, so and it's not glittering, so you can make it a little nicer. You know, change the wrapping on it, but
Too little fashionista.
yeah, it's a work in progress.
It looks very reliable.
I think the word you're looking for is rustic.
No. I'm not sure, Ulan. I don't want to commit to something I won't be able to follow through.
Well, I am concerned that your reluctance is gonna get you killed. I mean, I've seen the hesitance in you to defend yourself and to defend us, and that is certainly a commendable trait for a person to have. But I would rather see you alive and capable of defending yourself than dead because you were concerned that striking back would kill a thing. I mean, if you can smack it up the side of the head instead of stabbing it through the chest, then perhaps there may be a wee bit less hesitance in you.
My idea of defending myself is actually that's why I've joined with you guys.
I understand that, but there are times when, like as we've seen, like with the wee assassin complex and with the undead and things, where there is need, and I can't have my eyes open and protect you constantly. I would feel better knowing that there is something that I can rely upon in your hands to keep you safe.
Well, if it makes you feel better, I can take the stuff, no problem. But I will not guarantee that I'll use it. It's a fine walking stick.
Aye, it is that. If nothing else, it will help you not slip into things and get your shoes dirty, I suppose.
I nod.
And then I guess I vax out with it.
I'll use my new cane to walk.
As Wilbur see this, he's like, huh? As Wilbur walks around with his cane.
He's a blooming copycat. Alright,
I
so,
was first with this.
yeah, so you guys complete a short rest. So if you want, use some hit die for those that actually need to.
I guess I will use one.
Yeah, and
I will recover some spell slots.
yes, you will. Half is your level, I think it is, or something.
Round it up. So 3. And I'm attuned to the rope.
Yes, you'll be now attuned to the rope, so you can feel it. Well, one, it shrinks because the size was not meant for you originally. So over the period of time, it slowly shrinks down to your size, which is weird because putting it on, you're like, how is this going to work? But yeah, it shrinks down and it's pretty form-fitting, but loose around the arms and below the waist because it's kind of just flowy. And yeah, it seems the magic, you can tell from what you identified from it, seems to be working, and it looks pretty nice. Odd from the design of it, but it works. Now then, what is your plan?
I think the plan is to leave the jungle with Wilbur leading us, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. He's the guide. So we're all just looking at him expectantly.
As Wilbur then sitting down in the corner, like. Okay, let's go then. Want me to roll survival?
Oh yes, please do.
Also, I will be tracking Faye again.
Okay, fair enough. Oh, 25. Really? Wow, 18, nice. Alright, yeah, so you begin heading in a southwesterly direction from, one, the direction the elf seemed to be pointing, and the information you provided from the map seems to be pretty straightforward. There doesn't seem to be any obstacles on the map you could tell. So yeah, you've been heading in that direction, and
Oh god, no.
yeah, it's a
Never
solid
been in
2 hours. You just going in this direction. You have to do some twists and turns around the odd large tree that's collapsed, or the small rock formation, but nothing too hazardous or dangerous. You do again see these elven ruins odd and about, but nothing too precarious or such. But you can all give me a perception check.
I can reroll that one. Not that that was any better.
And Aaron rolls a 1 as well. Wow. Okay.
Is this in bright sunlight or is it in shade?
This would be in bright sunlight now. Yeah.
I'm at disadvantage one.
So.
And next we know we are in the Feywild.
Oh wow. Oh, you have your wolf, if I'm so you can roll for him.
I dismissed.
Oh, you dismissed him. Yes, you did. Okay.
So it's not here. I haven't got the spells to summon him back.
Oh, so Seraphina, you're walking.
Sarah is there.
Seren is there. I can roll for her. Yeah.
please do.
What is her wisdom? I don't think it's very high. I think it's a minus.
But she might roll better.
She did roll better than you guys. Wasn't brilliant, so you guys don't notice anything at this point in time.
Everybody's focused on other stuff. So
yeah, you're focused on Fae, which you do get the sense there's Fae around, but you've always had the sense there's Fae around. It's nothing
yeah, you're that humming
close.
like.
Yeah, so it's never been really useful unless you concentrate on it. But the rest of you are just you either hacking through this undergrowth, especially Seraphina and Saren, who are both on the ground, so you have to slow down for them anyway. Ulan, though, you're not having much problem because this is like your terrain anyway. So you're not too worried. Yeah, you keep on going in this direction. What would give me another survival check? Okay. Yeah. After a couple more hours, you see the actual wildlife gets quieter. You hear the ambient noise drops down quite a few decibels. The actual environment and plant growth shifts slightly as well, from being these vine-covered trees to more of these more bark trees, which is more relatable to an actual forest than a jungle. And the actual floor itself seems to be more manageable, at least. It's still pretty high, and Seraphina, you probably can't see anything in front of like 10-20 feet in front of you because of this grass, but it's you've definitely crossed the threshold where you're now in a forest, it seems, especially now that there's more space for you to walk around. The jungle was very compact and you had to stay in a straight line. Now you're actually able to spread out a little bit more. It's not too bad. And
Someone with a better smell. Can someone smell any like road, horse, water? I don't know. My sense of smell is a bit dull.
Do you want someone to do a smell-based survival check? Is that what we're doing?
it would be a perception, but smell.
I'll go with that. I seem to do quite well if it's not with my eyes.
Sure, go ahead.
I
Yeah.
can see.
Yeah.
I cannot
Dragonborn
see.
knows
How
us.
do I know which direction I should walk in?
You just listen to everyone else and just go in their direction.
As he's sniffing, I just look a little bit shrug and point to the mask covered up my nose.
You though, Ulan, you take a second to slow down your pace and take in a deep breath, and you've never really been able to discern smells very well, but at this point in time you can actually get a good sense of the smell because you've been through the jungle enough time. You could smell like the pungent, like wet smell of like leaves and rotten wood and all that. It's a lot more cleaner now, but you do catch the smell of smoke.
Something's burning. And I turn around and look at Seraphina.
Seraphina is not burning.
Hands up in my hair. Kind of like it wasn't
Hands
me.
in the air.
Can I
Not
tell
that
which
high up.
direction it's in? Like,
No.
do I have a sense of where the burning's coming from?
Give me a survival.
No, just for the sake of the dice, this is a smell-based survival check, so it should roll well.
It's more of you trying to understand. 14, no, that's fine. It seems to be coming in the direction you're going.
Maybe it's a campfire or smoke from a chimney of a cottage.
Well, I suppose there's only one way to find out. and I slowly lead off in that direction.
Okay.
I'll follow.
Will we look down at the path? Is it like a path, or is it like would loggers go out here? Looks like people have been
This
out here.
seems like untrodden ground. Most of the ground floor is still this very high wild grass, which is mostly up to your guys' knees. Seraphina, though, it's like almost covering her face.
It would be easier if she like goes behind, like in the middle of everyone.
Yeah,
so she goes in a track path.
She's not at the front, so she's not too bad. But to the left and right, Seraphina can't see too much. And it seems like it's starting to rain. You can't tell too much because there's still a good amount of tree covering. But every time you walk into like part of a clearing or between trees, you do see up in the clouds that it's very dark. And there is a couple of drops.
We will do something stupid if we've never been in scouts ever, but and done survival training in forest fires. We will try to stay and catch some raindrops with its tongue, and see. Do they taste a bit of ash?
I've never really tried that, but sure. Give me a survival. You've understood the process of condensation and smoke.
Yeah, from an alchemy level, this is like
Yeah.
a bit different. Yeah.
You can understand this. You've never actually done the taste test yourself, and most of your senses are kind of dulled anyway. But you can taste ash. It's kind of like powdery on your tongue. But it seems like there was definitely some airborne ash.
As he basically stops the group.
I probably
We
walk
should
into
probably-
someone.
Yeah, dunk. We should probably tread carefully. It may be a forest fire smoke at least.
What
In the
makes you say
rain, it
that,
seems to be
Master
some.
Builder?
It seems in the rain. That's why I stopped. It seems to be a bit of ash. It may be from the smoke itself, but it's normally not in the rain if it's not big enough to be a forest fire, or at least a starting one.
Are there any trees that I could scamper up to see if I can, like, see above the canopy?
Well, you could probably clamber up any tree, but if you're trying to find a big one,
Yeah, I'm trying to be Bilbo and Mirkwood.
all right. You can try and find one. Most of these are about 15 foot high. You could try and find something that's slightly higher, which would be passing the canopy. Give me a nature. Nature. Do you have nature?
Damn it, can I try and smell for an appropriately sized tree?
Smell. Just give me a perception. It's fine. Nature is more for the types of trees.
That's still not good.
It's enough to notice most of the trees are about the same height.
You should smell for sap, not look for trees.
Yeah, it's like they're all about the same height. You could try and clamber up one of them and then try and get to the top.
Yeah, I'll try and get as high in the tree as I can.
Okay, give me athletics.
What the hell? Why am I so terrible today?
Why didn't you take out the grappling hook?
I haven't even got the score.
7.
It's a 7.
Oh, what the? It didn't roll for me. Interesting. No, 7. Oh, there. Now it pops up. Wow, that was late. No, 7's fine. It's above. It's not a hard DC. You're only climbing a tree. And there's a decent enough branches to grab hold of and pull yourself up. And you're doing this over about 10 minutes. You're not like jumping up it.
You have to get some logger's gear.
Yeah, getting up to the top, you have to push some of the trees out of the way. And you can tell the sky is definitely dark. and it is starting to come down with rain. Looking across in the direction you guys are traveling, you do see smoke columns in the distance.
Are they coming from like below the tree canopy, or?
You can't really tell. The canopy keeps on going for a good couple more miles. It seems to be past the canopy. I mean, past the border of the forest.
Like what size?
You can't really tell from this distance, but you can tell there's multiple columns which are going up, which seem to be dampened down from the rain.
I
Well-
immediately leap down out of the tree and ask Seraphina for the map. And can I work out on the map roughly where the fire is coming from?
Wilbur will ask. Did you see the smoke then?
Give me a survival with advantage because you use the map.
Smell-based survival.
Perception-based
Come on,
survival.
guys.
You got to smell the map.
That's better.
Okay, 18. Yeah. Looking at the map, you've been looking over this for some time. From the amount of distance you've travelled, which is about 3 to 4 hours now after passing the forest, the jungle barrier. You're sure, but then you're not sure. That's supposed to be Meadowside, in that direction.
That's what I was afraid of.
Mm.
Couple of miles that way, lots of columns of smoke. Might be Meadowside. Let's go. And I break into a Wilbur, by which I mean run.
Wilbur will run after with his cane in hand and also try to run, has to run and speak. What type of smoke was it? White, dark brown, white, grey, black? What type of smoke was it? This runs after you.
As usual, I pick up Seraphina and then take off after them.
Who can
What? I can't really answer the smoke color question, so I'm
it was mostly dark black at this point. You can't really tell too much because it was cloudy as well, so it kind of merged with the clouds.
It was the kind of smoke of things on fire that probably shouldn't be on fire. And I increased to my maximum running speed and leave you in the dust.
Yeah.
I'll keep up with Seren.
Okay, yeah, so it's an interesting convoy of people we'll be training after.
Longstrider. I still have Longstrider today. Yes.
Do you?
Yes, in my notes apparently I have.
No, you used it. Didn't you use it in the fight against the freaking monster dragon thing?
No, that was.
That was Expeditious
right,
Retreat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shibba-dibba-doo. So
haven't
you haven't used enhanced ability today?
Not today.
No.
Not
so
today.
okay, yep. So you can do Longstrider and attempt to keep up with Ivan.
Still a bit slower, but you know.
Yeah, you had to do it a couple of seconds later, but you're now keeping at the same speed as him. So yeah, you guys go into full dash with everyone else trying to keep up, but you guys are just dashing way too fast.
Also, this is really fun because the guys that actually know some survival, they're like, yeah, bye guys.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. Fortunately, though, you guys are leaving huge trails into the wild grass, so it's pretty easy for everyone else to know which direction you're traveling. And you do know it's at least an hour away from walking, but you guys can, as you're full dashing, you can probably make it in about half an hour instead. Probably even less.
Good, we didn't skip leg day.
Yeah, so for brevity's sake, actually, no. Give me perception, you two.
Damn it! Can I try and smell?
No.
Apparently, we just like dashing with our head down in the ground. Apparently.
Yeah, you guys, as you're dashing through the forest, dashing between trees, you react too late. Well, you don't notice it in time, as one of the trees is actually moving as you're about to sideswipe you both.
Wow.
You can actually no, you missed a perception. So
Passive? Do we at least see we're getting sideswiped?
Can I-
as we
can
get
I-
sideswiped?
yeah.
Can I spend a key point to like disengage from the tree?
We use my action to disengage.
I'd say all right. You can both give me dexterity saving
I
throws.
can't be surprised. Look at my
Mm,
helmet.
technically, it's not really a surprise. You just walked into it as it moved. It's kind of your own fault. But you can both give me dexterity saving throws. Oh, double 20s.
So he just leaps over. No, he leaps over and Ulan just, slides
I
under.
somersault over it and keep going.
You both do take though 2 points of damage just by getting clipped by it. But yeah, you don't take the full brunt of a tree branch just clipping into you as you both tumble around or over it. You do notice that was a giant mound or something moving. Do you keep on going?
No, what the hell was that? Look. Smell.
We do the
Smell.
Sonic stopping.
Sliding, yeah.
Screech to a halt, yeah.
Okay.
I will do Arcana, he will do Nature, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
I guess. Alright, so roll it quickly.
This is a smell-based nature.
Yeah, spell-based nature, of course.
No, it's not. Damn.
No. Wilbur, you know,
It's alive.
it's an alive tree of sorts. It's not really a tree though. It's kind of just a amalgamation of plant stuff.
Oh my god, this swamp thing.
Yeah.
I would like to try and speak to it in primordial.
Oh. I'm actually going to need to grab my book for this one. Hold on.
It's always good sign when you get the DM, but like, oh, okay.
You can
At least-
certainly have at it.
Exactly. You can certainly try to speak with him in Primordial.
Oh, poor Liam, he was trying so hard not to use Matt quotes.